Live from San Bernardino, California. It is the 106th annual fair out here at the Orange Show. I'm Alan Bailey, and in the booth with me, the real reason that Princess Peach said no to Bowser, the one and only Bob Vincent.
You know what? I haven't even seen that movie yet, but thanks for spoiling it for me. Thanks. Thanks, man. How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing very well. We do have a full night of racing coming at you out here tonight. We do have NX Bandoleros, Sport Compacts, Pro 4s, Legend Cars, Pony Stocks, Street Stocks, American Race Trucks, plus drifting, courtesy of our friends at Hotpit Auto Fest, and Pro Late Models, all coming at you tonight for the second race of the 2023 season. The live chat is open if you're watching on YouTube. Go ahead and drop your comments, your questions, or your concerns about tonight's race. And Bob, since the fair is open tonight, you can buy your tickets online for just $8.
Wow.
Skip the gate, save $2 online, get into not only the amazing fair, and we walked it, by the way. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
So you can get into the fair tonight, and you can also come out for a full night of racing. We're going to be racing from 6 p.m. to about 10 p.m. local time out here in San Bernardino. So come on down. Tickets are still available at the front gate as well for $10 at the front gate with cash or card. So you want to go ahead and try to pick up those tickets online if you can help it. But for now, cars on track. You can see the Bandoleros out there taking some time. We are going to keep up with live timing and scoring on our Race Monitor app. You can go ahead and download the Race Monitor app on your smart device right now. And for one low fee per year, you can keep up with live timing and scoring with short tracks all across North America. It's the Race Monitor app, available on the App Store. Right now, the number 71. Oh, I saw that wiggle. That was a little bit of a wiggle there, Bob. Just a little yeagle right there. But as he heads down the back straightaway now, he's looking pretty sporty. We did see one Legend car actually get loose coming off of 4 and whacked that outside wall and just destroyed the front end of that car. So that driver, unfortunately, going home for the night. Not going to be racing out here at Orange Show tonight. But right now, it is young Noah James in the number 64 Bandolero atop the speed charts with a 16:54 so far.
And on your screens, of course, right now, number 71, Mason Colato.
Mason coming in second on the speed charts right now, and it's actually Jaden James with a 16:20. That's atop the speed charts as my screen refreshed. You can see the 6 car coming on out for a qualifying lap. This guy, he's a young driver, Bob. You could see these kids, they got to be at least 10 years old in order to race in this series. And Connor Klein in this number 6 car is a youngin'. I believe he is only 10 years old. And he struggled out here for his first race in 2023 when we last raced out here. But he's starting to get the hang of it. But let's go ahead and, since we're here, take a look at the point standings, Bob. As you could see, the point standings are actually looking pretty good out here. Travis James picking up the win in the number 21. The story in this series is that the Bandolero...
Got a little loose out of turn 4, Alan.
Okay. We'll go back to the live shot because he barely saved it right there coming out of 4, I should say. My gosh.
Yeah, he did fishtail a little bit out of turn number 4, but he regained control on the straightaway, Alan.
Let's see what he does through here, this time through 3 and 4. A lot smoother. I think he went a little cautious that time. He went, I messed up lap 1. Let's go ahead and get a safety lap in for lap number 2. Good for an 18:08 right there on lap number 2. 4th of the 4 cars so far. Almost 2 seconds off the pace, unfortunately, for that 6 car. You could see, Bob, there is a lot of rubber that's been laid down out here at Orange Show Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit of rubber. Just a little bit.
It almost looks like a happy face.
It
almost does.
Yes, it does, Bob. Yes, it does.
Of course, thanks to our good friends at Hotpit Auto Fest. They've been laying down some good rubber, some good traction out there, if you will.
Oh, yeah, they've been having fun. We've also had some other events out here that's also laid down some rubber. There's tons of tracks out here, or tons of different events, I should say, that are held out here at Orange Show Speedway.
Concerts, festivals, car shows, races, you name it. The Orange Show, it is here for all sorts of events and world-class entertainment.
Absolutely. And let's take an overhead look shot at this racetrack, Bob. You can see it right here. Some fancy drone work from last season. As you can see, these These are the the pro late models coming to the track. Earlier last year. This is a very interesting look at the track, but it is a bull ring. It's been out here for 76 seasons now. Quarter-mile short track that was built originally inside of a football stadium. And yes, we have paved the inside. They no longer hold football games out here at Orange Show Speedway, but we do hold other events out here. We just had a demolition derby out here last November, and we're looking to do it again this year. So you better stay logged on to orangeshowspeedway.org for more information.
Now, Alan, don't look now, man. We got number 22, Tony Price, the first one in our sports compact qualifiers on the scene.
As we are having some camera issues, so we will get those fixed and get everything sorted away in just a moment here. But you will see Tony Price coming on back here in just a moment. But these sport compacts actually run a very interesting layout. We put a dog leg out on the back straightaway. More specifically, on that back straightaway, you can see the 22 car out there right now. You see him coming off of turn 2 right here, Bob, and he's going to go ahead and dart on to the apron of the racetrack and go ahead and go around that barber pole, head back up to the racetrack before 3 and 4 and make 3 and 4. It's a dog leg. We're going to call it a dog leg. I know that some racetracks will call that a road course, and they'll put things out there and call it a road course, but we will not do that. That's a dog leg, Bob. I like it. We like dogs. Absolutely. But you can see right here Tony Price with his first lap, with his lap time of 21:18. That dog leg does shave a little bit of time off the fast lap out here. Otherwise, these guys would be going a little quicker around this quarter-mile short track out here in San Bernardino. So you can see the number 42 of Curtis Vaught out there. White car out there with the black roof. That's going to make it a little hotter out there. It is a little warm out here, but the sun should be setting momentarily. All the rubber that's been laid down, not only by the Hotpit AutoFest drifters, but other events out here, has laid a good amount of rubber down. And with the sun beating down here in Southern California, it does actually create a very slippery surface for these guys, particularly that outer lane and that transition on the front straightaway as well.
Wait a minute, Alan. Are you telling me it's sunny at the Orange Show Speedway right now?
I know. It might sound cliche, but it's true, Bob.
There is no rain?
No rain.
No rain, no overcast weather, some beautiful striations in the clouds, and a beautiful sunny day out here for all you fans. We set that up for you, so you're welcome.
There you go.
I talked to the man upstairs, and he's like, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob, for clarifying all of that and getting that situated for us.
Him and I go way back.
Absolutely, and you will see we will have our national anthem invocation at the racetrack here around 5:50 local time before our trophy dashes kick off around 6 p.m. And you could see this car, little gutsy right here on this silver number 9.
Yeah, dude.
it's yeah. Rodney, who is that in that number 9?
That's Rodney Argo.
Yeah, I like this car, Bob. I got a thing about silver and black, and this is a very basic car, but it's gonna get the job done for you. First lap right here coming at you.
And I love it, in the back dash, you can see, where the speaker system would have been, where a windshield would have been. But you know what? I like to think that's some nice air conditioning for him.
Let's go with that. Yes.
Let's go with that.
Yes. I'm sure he's ripped the AC out of that thing for weight purposes, per the rules out here at Orange Show. But, he's going to try to make it work. Lap number 1, good for a 21:65. That is third of the 3 cars that have taken time. About 4.5 tenths off the fast time right now. So let's see what he could do on lap 2. Lap 1's the safety lap, Bob. Lap 2, so when you go for it and you send it, let's see what he could do here through 3 and 4. Coming off at turn 4, holding a nice solid line right there to the line. Jumps up to second fastest with a 21:21. Nice symmetrical right there.
Yeah.
Pretty darn close right there. Only 2 100ths off the pole right there. So Rodney definitely, that was a healthy little pickup on lap number 2, Bob.
Yeah, he definitely got his bearings about him.
Absolutely. As the red and black number 19 coming at you onto the racetrack right now.
That's your color, Alan.
That's my color.
You like your red and blacks, man. Number 19, of course, that's young Jason Wolcott.
So you can see the transition on and off the banking of the racetrack is where these guys get a little out of sorts, especially off of 2. But we will see what he can do here. Lap number 1 coming at you.
That dog leg is like, it's almost like you ever been climbing up a set of stairs and there's that one step that's just half an inch too high and you just kind of tap your toe on that and throw you off for a minute.
It's just a little bit of that,
It's a little bit of that, you know. You just kind of we're keeping our drivers on our toes. A little bit of a variation from the standard left turn after left turn after left turn after left turn. No, we're doing a right turn in there to throw them off.
Well, our track promoter, Robert Schneider, loves to throw a curveball at these guys, and he loves this series. He used to race in this series, and actually, he won the last race that he ran in this division back in 2019, and immediately the first thing he did when he got out of the car was give the trophy away to a fan because he said he would on a dare.
Aww.
Yes, but you could see coming in at a 21... 21? No, top of the charts, actually. Excuse me, the number 19, top of the charts with a 20.91 right there. Fast time out here at Orange Show Speedway for that 19 car. Let's see what that's actually the cool down lap.
Yeah. Well, he kept control nevertheless out of the turns 3 and 4. That seems to be where, you know, depending on the night, right? Depending on the moon.
Oh,
is
yeah.
it going to be turn 1 and 2 that's going to be the issue, or turns 3 and 4 that are going to be the issue? You know, it's always the variable. And I was never good at math.
Well, there you go. And you can see.
Ooh.
I mean, this is a driver who knows how to get around here.
I mean, look. I mean, just judge his name right there in the number 30 car, Garrett Turbo.
Yep. And this car actually had a different number and a different driver last season, but I believe that this car was sold and converted in the off season. But it's a good-looking car, nevertheless. It has won out here before, so Garrett Turbo definitely has a vehicle underneath him that's capable of winning out here, but the driver is the big factor.
Yes.
So we will see what Garrett can do out here.
You know, it's like they say, you know, about cameras. You know, it's not the camera that takes the picture, it's the photographer that takes the picture. And you know what? In this case, you know, swap out a camera for a car and the photographer for a driver, and you got the same results. Picture perfect endings every time.
And there you go. Number 30, Garrett Turbo, coming in at a 21.73, 0.8 off the front row right now. And this lap does not look like it's going to be picking up here. So we don't know if this is intentional or if he's just being a little bit conservative right there. But jumps up to second fastest with a 21.02 right there. About a 10th off the pole right there. Misses it, but still pretty good little pickup right there. Jumps up to second quickest of the 5 cars that have taken time. And this one, I love this car, Bob.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a post-apocalyptic motor zone.
A little bit, yeah. It's something that you would see in the video game Wreckfest.
Or like Mad Max.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see the warm-up lap for this number 3, Buddy Davis. This is actually one of our Orange Show Speedway officials who is a fire and safety official who was actually down at Long Beach just last weekend, actually, and actually was one of the fire safety officials trackside down at Long Beach and works at a lot of the racetracks out here locally in the California area, goes out to Vegas and Arizona sometimes, but decided late last year, you know what, I'm going to go racing. Enough being the official. I want to have some fun, and that's what he's doing out here. But I'm trying to see if he'll actually take this dog leg if he remembers to. He did not remember to.
No.
He is forgetful at times. I will admit that, to his credit.
I'm sure they'll remind him in his headset. Like, hey, man, you missed a turn.
Yeah, he just picked up 2.5 seconds on the field right now. But I do not believe officials will allow Buddy's time because he course cut just a little bit, Bob.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out here again to do a second run.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the Sport Compact points going into this race. You can see Tony Price in the number 22 picking up the victory in our first race of the year on the 4th of March, just a little over a month and a half ago. David Stiles right there in the number 42, only a single point out, and Garrett Turbo in the 30 car is 4 points out. Every spot is worth 2 extra points on the racetrack, and it is double points out here tonight, Bob. So you need to have a good run out here. You have a good run out here, it can really catapult your season. If you have a bad run out here tonight at Orange Show, it could definitely put you in the doghouse in the points and really set you behind all season long. We have one more double point tonight coming up at the very end of the season for the season finale. So this is definitely something that all the drivers circled on their calendars. Hey, I gotta get out to Orange Show. I gotta go ahead and make sure that I have a good car underneath me for that second race of the year.
I mean, it can make or break you. I mean, like you could be trailing behind, and next thing you know, bam, you know, you're gonna win a race, skyrocketed to the top of the charts.
Exactly. We're going to see if Buddy Davis comes back out here in the number 03. He's not going to be coming back out, so he'll be starting at the back of the pack. So Jason Wolcott in the number 19 going to be on the pole, followed by Garrett Turbo. So it is going to be Jason's first race out here of 2023, so he could definitely kickstart his points run out here for the Sport Compacts. So strap on in, Bob. It's going to be interesting for the Sport Compacts for 25 laps out here tonight, as we're about to see the Pro 4s come on out for their qualifying efforts. So let's take a look at the Pro 4 point standings since we're here. So you could see John Sharika picked up the victory in the season opener, an emotional victory for him because coming into the 2023 season, just a couple months ago, he didn't know if he was going to be racing, Bob.
Right.
He was kind of in the doghouse and looking for sponsor help, struggling, thinking maybe I'm not going to be back out here at Orange Show. Maybe I got to give up the dream, but somehow he found the funding in order to come back out here, and he's still looking for sponsors, but the question is, can he find some sponsors to get through the rest of the race season? But he's on top of the points right now. As we're waiting to see if these drivers come on out, I see a couple cars in the chute out there in 3 and 4, waiting to see if they come on back out here.
And if you are just joining us on the live stream on our YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. We are setting up for to qualify the Pro 4s. And as always, we're bringing you a full night of racing, complete with our Bandoleros, the Sport Compact Series. We've got our Pro 4s, our Legends, our Pony Stocks, our Street Stocks, our Pro Late models. And as always, we like to open our pits to all of our fans tonight. So come on down, say hi to all your favorite drivers, take pictures. Everything from the Instagram and the MySpace and the Facebooks and the holiday cards. Who uses MySpace anymore? And of course, layered on in there, we got a couple of drift exhibitions, courtesy of our friends from Hotpit Auto Fest. And you know what? For those that are watching right now on our live stream, I got a little secret for you. Today we will be raffling off that's right, 2 tickets to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in Irwindale, California. You do not want to miss that opportunity. Of course, we will bring that to you in addition to our 50-50 raffle. Once again, giving out today 2 complimentary tickets to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, now in season until May 21st. All right. Well, let's take another look at the track here, Alan. We got number 6 out there, starting our Pro 4 qualifiers. That's Kyle Klein.
Jinx, me a soda.
Yeah, I owe you a soda.
I got
What kind of soda do you want?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero? Okay, I like
You
Coke
need
Zero.
to try it first.
I like it. They reformulated it, and I didn't like it, and they reformulated it back again, and it's good again. So, huzzah.
Absolutely. Kyle Klein right there. A 14:05 right there. So we'll see what this lap does. That thing's hooked up,
nice
bud.
and tight.
That thing's hooked up on that bottom. I dig it. So a 14, a little slower right there. Literally a hundredth, a couple hundredths off of the first lap. So consistency right here for Kyle Klein in that number 06. And these Pro 4s, they're a very, very cool car. They are like late models, but they are spec'd differently. They're a lot more affordable. Mm-hmm. The cars are a lot more similar as far as equipment-wise. So these drivers are the big X factor between each of these vehicles. So that's the kind of common denominator, if you will. Troy Hagman right there in the number 61 in this blue Ford Mustang out there, green flag. And open your eyes, Orange Show. It is a gorgeous day out here in sunny Southern California. You need to come on out and check out the racing out here in San Bernardino. And if you're at the fair, you don't need an extra ticket to come on out here. You can just come on into the racetrack for free tonight, Bob.
Dude, they got all the rides I like out there. All the ones that are gonna make me scramble the deep fried Oreos and Twinkies in my gut. They got the zipper, the tilt-a-whirl. And I know last time Robert was talking about he likes the zipper, right? Or he likes the tilt-a-whirl. Which
yeah,
do you like?
I think it was the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah, dude. So we got the tilt-a-whirl out there, but they look like teddy bears.
Yeah, it was interesting. They look like half shells teddy bears. A great looking little design there. But you and I were going, oh, it might be a little warm in there right now. That might be a nighttime ride once it cools down a little bit.
Absolutely, man. You know, and of course, they also have a stage out there with live bands. As I was walking back to the track from the Fair Island, there was a young band doing some covers of System of a Down. So I like it. So kudos to all of our young artists out there. Never give up, never surrender. Hey, that's part of my favorite movie, Galaxy Quest, right?
There you go.
Yeah, but no, an encouragement, if I may, to all of our young artists out there, all of our young drivers out there. You know what? Keep on keeping on, man. You know what? You guys are the future of art and inspiration in this country. So keep on doing it. Keep on doing it.
Absolutely. And some original artists out there also trying a few things. So I dig it. So we're kind of in a holding pattern right now, waiting for the rest of the Pro 4s to come on out. I see one driver walking on up in that blue fire suit. That's a snazzy. That's not John, is it? I don't think it was John.
No.
Because John, you know, the power of eBay, Bob. You can go get a driver's suit, which is, you know, there are some really cool designs out there, but let's be honest, the more intricate designs are a little bit more expensive, let's just say.
You want to go to Etsy for those.
Yeah. So you can go get a regular fire suit, you can get a custom fire suit, or you could do what John did and go check eBay. He found himself an Elliott Sadler Nationwide fire suit. It's the, you know, from the Nationwide series days, before Xfinity signed up for that series. And he's been rocking that fire suit for the past few seasons, and it fits him very well, and it looks very, very professional. Which, if you know John Sharika, you got to question, why is he looking so professional right now?
You know what? It's all a matter of pride and comfort, and you know what? They both go hand in hand sometimes.
Absolutely. And we do see, speaking of John, look at this brand new car. This number 22 sticker Demon Toyota.
Ooh, that looks sweet.
I love it. You take a look. It recently got wrapped out here with that sticker Demon on the side of that number 22 with some reflective tape on the side. Oh, getting a little loose. Ooh. And he's got that demon with his tongue sticking out, and that's exactly, if there was anybody at this track to go ahead and drive this car, it's got to be John. He's kind of, people always ask me, what kind of guy is John? He's the Clint Boyer of Orange Show Speedway.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe him. And I don't mean any disrespect to Clint or John with that comment. I mean that sincerely.
It's all character and all attitude, and John's got it, man.
Absolutely. And then number 22, looking pretty sporty with a 14:44 on lap number 1. Let's see if he can pick up a few tenths here. He did, but not good enough for the front row, a 14:24. So John in the number 22 sticker Demon Toyota going to have to settle for second on the speed charts right now. Randy Becker Jr. in the number 07 coming on out for his qualifying attempt. Randy, pretty sporty, defending champ. I got nervous for him right there, man. I saw Becker going straight for that turn 4 wall.
Oh, don't scare me, Alan. I'm thinking you're having a stroke over here mid-sentence, man.
I'm looking at him. I'm reacting live, okay? I'm not like those guys at Fox who just sit in a booth and watch a TV monitor. I'm watching the racetrack, okay?
You mean they get paid to do that?
They get paid to do that.
I want that job.
You have that job, Bob.
Oh yeah. Here, hi.
14:28, and Randy Becker is done. I think he's counting his chickens right there because he could have lost his entire night right there in turn 4 and almost did, but quick driving on his part, quick wheel work kept him off the turn 4 wall. Good for him.
Well, don't look now, Alan. One of my favorite cars, cosmetically.
Cosmetically, thematically, the guy driving it. Come on. You got to love this car.
Yeah, coming on up, we will have Pat Dennison, and of course, joined as always by Wile E. Coyote out of the passenger window.
Super genius.
Meep, meep.
I love it, man. Not only is it the only Corvette that you will see racing out here at Orange Show Speedway this weekend, but it is just awesome royal purple. And you know he drives that same car, that royal purple Corvette, as his daily driver.
I love it.
Because why not?
That's such a cordial royal color, and it stands out amongst the blacks and the hardware store oranges.
Yeah. He's a little tight right there off of 4. A little snuggly. He had to slow up a little bit. It cost him a few tenths. 14:85 right there. 8 tenths exactly off the front row. 5th of the 5 drivers that have taken time in the Pro 4s out here at Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino, California. Oh, he got a little eagly right there, as you could see, and he's going to be done. And that does, it was a little bit slower on lap number 2, so fifth fastest right now for Dennison in the number 91. And the chat is open. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can go ahead and drop your comments live in the comments, and we will see them in real time. So if you have any questions, comments, anything, you can go ahead and drop it in the comments.
Drop us a line. And you know what? Just even off topic, if you have a good joke, drop it in there. I'm always in the hunt for a good joke. Keep it clean. Of course, we do have fans of all ages on our live stream. But if you have a joke, any questions, comments, requests, concerns, questions about our Renaissance Fair raffle later today, that's right. Let us know. Drop them in our chat.
Absolutely. And by the time you go ahead and drop a comment right there, we will go ahead and not only answer, but you can also head down to the racetrack tonight. And we will remind you, you can go ahead and pick up your tickets online, orangeshowspeedway.org, and you can go ahead and find the link to where you can buy your fair tickets tonight. Save $2 when you purchase your tickets online, or you can spend an extra couple bucks and get your tickets at the front door tonight. It is expected to sell out today at the fair, so the sooner you get down here, the better, as our racetrack gates have just now opened up, so you can go ahead and head on through the fair to the racetrack. I'll say, we have the best vendors out here at Orange Show Speedway, but we have even better ones out here because you have all the fair food out here tonight, Bob. You've got the rides, you have live entertainment, a Fear Fest happening just outside the racetrack as well.
Yeah, I saw like a hearse parked out there, and I was like, oh my goodness, no! Like did someone?
What happened?
What happened? No, it's just a bunch of weirdos dressed in black, a bunch of rock and rollers. Talk about my kind of party.
You're walking around going, oh no, it's too late. My time has come. No. You're fine. You're absolutely fine.
Right on time.
Exactly. As you see the number 15 coming on out, Sean Rogers for his qualifying effort in that number 15 Bergesons and Toyota of Redlands Toyota. So this is also a good car. I'm not always for white cars, but I love me a silver car, and this one has red on it, and that is a good quality silver right there, my friend.
It is. It is.
Absolutely. A 1487 right now, sixth of the 6 cars that have taken time. Again, get the safety lap out of the way, Bob. Now he's going to go ahead and send it here on lap number 2. Let's see what he can do. Looking pretty good right there through 4.
Kept control.
Jumps up to 5th fastest with a 1482. Good pickup right there, but 7/10 off the front row. And I will go ahead and remind you what the point standings look like coming into this race for the Pro 4s. So we are double checking, but I believe that's going to do it for the Pro 4 qualifying out here. No, we're still waiting on a couple of cars, 2 cars. See the number 32, this white number 32 coming on out for a qualifying effort. And like I said, Bob, I normally do not like white race cars, but if you put some good logos on there, or in this case, a big number, I could dig it.
Yeah.
And I dig this one. As we're waiting for timing and scoring, so there might be an issue. It's Tony Caputo in this number 32 car.
What'd you call me?
Ooh, he got loose in under braking right there. He held on to it, though. Hey, man, sometimes you get loose in under braking, going into these turns. That'll help rotate the car getting in. That's not a bad thing. It's just if that rear end comes all the way around, you run into some issues. I saw him do it again right there into 3.
It becomes a juggle of physics.
Exactly. But looking pretty sporty, a 14:29. Good for 4th fastest on the speed chart right now, the 7 cars that have taken time. We're waiting for one more Pro 4. As you can see, officials going, come on, just outside turn 4. They're like, come on, get up here. Get up here, bud. Your turn. You're next.
And if you're just joining us on the stands, welcome. Where have you been? We've been waiting for you all afternoon. Welcome. Take your seat. Nice and warm for you. Our sun has been keeping it nice and warm.
Absolutely. Elliot in the chat right there. I'm going tonight. It'll be my first time going.
Elliot, welcome. Oh, we look forward to having you here. And, of course, Elliot, take part in our 50-50 raffle tonight. We are raffling off 2 tickets to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in the city of Irwindale.
Yep, 50-50 tickets, $5 for 6 tickets, $10 will get you 12 tickets, $20 will get you 25 tickets. So it's it's a pretty good little raffle right there, Bob. And we do have a couple of other prizes tonight as well. We've got some T-shirts. We've got a book, I believe, but not just any book, Bob.
What book?
Is there a book? Is there a book there?
I'm gonna look for the book here.
It's in the He's looking through the prizes right now. He's getting distracted by the Hot Wheel cars. I don't blame him on that one.
Ooh, all right. We got a book featuring a very handsome man, very rugged man with a beautiful hat. That's right, Mr. Tim McGraw, Grit and Grace.
Yes.
Is this his autobiography?
It is. I believe it's a training book. So if you look on the front here, train the mind, train the body, own your life. So it's a little bit of a self-help workout book. If you're a fan of Tim McGraw, it's not only workout ideas, plans, and life advice. Yeah. And when you get to be older and you're performing, you're on the go, you're working a lot.
Yes.
This book's got to be helpful.
I dig it. How to look good, how to sound good, how to feel good. Tim McGraw, Grit and Grace.
Absolutely. As we move on to the legends, you could see the defending champ coming on out, Tyler Hicks in the number 6 car. And these legend cars are awesome. We just saw our buddy Jay Leno do a profile on these cars, and we did see a 2022 race winner, Sean Higurani's car, on that special with Jay Leno, as well as the president of the Inex series. I always thought it was Inex, Bob, but apparently it is Inex, as in inexpensive. Who knew? But Hicks coming in with a 1471 right there on lap number 1. These cars are awesome, Bob. I didn't know this, but these things are purpose-built in North Carolina. You can order them essentially all in one go.
Wow.
And they're actually motorcycle engines in these things.
Really? Does that cut down on the weight?
It cuts down on the weight, but because the car is so small, you don't need a whole lot right there. It's just a very basic, very simplistic car.
That makes sense. I dig it.
And people always ask, well, what's the most inexpensive part on the car? The front bumper. Apparently, a lot of the drivers go through the front bumper a lot, as well as the rear bumper. Who knew?
Can I get those wholesale?
Exactly. Yes, you can.
Yes.
But it's a very cool little car, modeled after a 1934 Ford or Chevy. The Fords are the most popular body style. Because, Bob, if you're going to build a purpose-built race car, you can put a basic body on it and make it look generic and boring. Or you could go ahead and build it out like a 1934 Ford and make it look awesome, and that's exactly what they did.
You'll be ready to take on the sandy beaches of Daytona in no time.
Exactly. The series has been around since the early 90s, built out of North Carolina. It is the 3rd largest nationally recognized series in North America. And they do race all over the world, Bob. We can say that. And these are international points, not only that they will accrue out here at Orange Show Speedway, but towards the national championship, which we will see out here in just a few weeks' time.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know if
got
you
excited
can hear that on our live stream, but got the double aughts out here, the green and black. Keeping it nice and tight out of turn 4, maintaining control. That is Ricky Schlick Williams. Now, Ricky Schlick so far has got a time of 14.6.
Something about those green flames on there, Bob. It's a good-looking car.
Yeah.
I dig colored flames on race cars. I think they're pretty cool, Bob.
Yeah.
And he does go to the top of the charts right there, like you said, Bob. Number 42 coming on out for his qualifying effort. So looking at this 42 car, I believe he was the winner in the first race. We'll check the points here momentarily. But Nathan in that 42, second fastest. Oh, he's flirting with that front row of 15:58, of 14:58, I should say. Ooh, he's less than a tenth off that front row. Let's see what he could do here on lap 2. No, does not do it. It's a little bit slower right there on lap number 2, unfortunately. So Nathan in that 42 going to have to settle for second so far out here at Orange Show Speedway. And we will see the Hotpit Auto Fest drifters for a drift exhibition coming out here tonight. You could see they've already laid down some rubber in 3 and 4 in most of the racetrack, having some fun out there. The number 30 coming on out for a qualifying effort, part of the Legend cars. And want to remind you that our Back to the 80s night coming at you on May 13th. It's not only our 80s night, but it is the national championship night for the Legends and the Bandoleros. So they need to absolutely have a good night out here for double points night, but they also are looking to kind of take some notes for when they race out here on May 13th. That's only a few weeks away, Bob.
Now let's see how Connor Cartson does.
It's a 15:88 right there, a little over a second off the pace right now, looking to pick up some time. 5th of the 5 cars that have taken time out here. We'll see what lap number 2 does. He's a little slower coming off these corners, a little bit more conservative, and he does not pick up. He loses time on the second lap right there. So he's going to have to settle for 5th fastest of the 5 cars here in the Legends Series.
He's a little apprehensive out there, Alan.
He decided to take another lap right there.
All right.
As you can see, our flagman getting a drink of water right there. Josh McCool on the flag stand tonight out here at Orange Show Speedway.
McCool?
McCool, one of the coolest last names you will ever hear.
I like that.
I know, there are so many puns. It's a very punny last name, so that's the only McCool joke I'm going to go ahead and throw at you tonight.
Hey, he's staring at us. Yeah, he's staring at us through the live feed like, you guys better not. Otherwise, he's going to lose his McCool.
I unintentionally punned your name. I apologize, Josh. He is judging me so hard, but we are still waiting for a couple of the Legend cars to come on out. We've had a good turnout of cars out here. Not only do we have a full field from all the series out here, but we also have the Hot Pit Auto Fest cars out here.
Yeah.
Who came out here to not only put on a show and show the fans what we're going to see in a couple weeks' time when they come back on May 6th for round 2 of Hot Pit Auto Fest in 2023. But frankly, I think they wanted the practice. They wanted the practice time out here to see what the track was like with all this rubber laid down.
And you know what? I'd rather have them practice here than take over some intersection in my town.
Absolutely.
That's just me, and that's why we're here at the Orange Show Speedway, to offer them that avenue, that venue, to be able to test out their cars, fine-tune, and correct anything that needs to be corrected before they come on back for May 6th.
Absolutely, and if you're interested in being involved with the Hot Pit Auto Fest, not only entering it, but some of the practice time, you can go ahead and log on to orangeshowspeedway.org, or you can go ahead and check out hotpitautofest.com. As you can see, we have moved over to the street stocks. Adam Jeffries in the number 55 out there taking time right now.
And of course, we do have some viewers from the Philippines on our live stream. They are keeping an eye out for the street stocks, particularly number 26. That's John out there in the Philippines. Hi, John.
What time is it in the Philippines right now, I wonder?
Yeah, right. We used to have a colleague that was out in the Philippines, Charlie, and she would broadcast accordingly so that her family and friends could listen in at the right time at the Philippines. So what time is it out there, John? Let us know.
In the chat, absolutely.
Daytime, nighttime, nap time, tea time, let us know.
And you can see DJ Jeffries in this number 77 car.
Yeah.
And again, Bob, white car, I can dig, but the red sides, pretty nice, pretty nice.
Is he really a DJ, or is that just an abbreviation of his initials?
I'm not 100% sure, but DJ Jeffrey out there
That'd be
going to be taking some time. And you can see, I believe this is a dirt car, because you can see that left front coming off the ground a little bit, coming through these corners, which is fine because you got 3 other tires, but 4 tires definitely grips up a little bit better. That is a Willow Springs driver right there, confirmed. A 1540 right there on lap number 2 for DJ Jeffries in the 77. And another Jeffries, Brian Jeffrey, also from Willow, coming on out here for the first time in 2023 at Orange Show Speedway. A 1797 right there on lap number 1, or I should say, yes, that was the warm-up lap, I believe. So we'll see what this lap will do right here. A little conservative off of turn number 4, a 1635, about a second off the pace right there. You can see the number 83, Kevin James, coming on out for a qualifying effort. Your defending track champ out here in this series. As you can see, the number 66 coming to the line, a 16:01 right there. Good pickup, good for the third fastest so far out here at Orange Show Speedway, as Kevin James takes his qualifying effort, or is on his qualifying lap, I should say. In the chat, Nick, watching Rodney and Chris and Jason, very cool. And John letting us know it is 7:16 a.m. on Monday.
Wow,
I don't think it's Monday out there. I think it might be Sunday morning out there.
I don't know, man. They're living in the future, Alan.
Well, is this the real life Bob or not? I don't even know anymore.
Is this just fantasy?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? I mean, well, let's just put it in the context for you, John. It's 4:17 here in California.
Yes, it is. But you can see we did get Kevin James with the fastest lap out there, a 14:76 as the number 85 Roger Young going out for his qualifying effort.
Now that sounds like a really well-oiled machine out there, Alan. Number 85, Roger Young.
Good for fourth fastest with a 16:009. A little over a second off the front row, and Kevin James, though. Kevin is the defending champ. He has the most wins out here in 2022. He's definitely the car to beat out here. As we're waiting to see if we're done with street stock qualifying, we are not. We're still waiting for a few cars that are a little sluggish through the garage, let's just say. And since we're here, we'll go ahead and check out the street stock point standings as we have a second here. You can see Jim Vermillion in the number 26 car not only picked up the victory in race number 1, but he is your points leader. Garrett King in the number 21 is second. Roger Brown in the number 16, third, just 6 points out. Tyler Gallup in the number 8 is 9 points out, fourth in the standings. And Zach Green in the number 28, fifth, rounding out your top 5. And you could see the C-Cords also racing in the series. Now, Bob, the C-Cords have been racing out here the longest. They've actually been racing out here at Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino since the 1960s. There's a lot of debate as to which year they actually started racing, but they have been racing out here since the 60s, and Bruce and Mary have been, I can honestly say, the glue that have held this track together for some 70-something years out here.
I believe it.
76 years young out here at Orange Show Speedway, and boy, do they have the stories. As the number 25 comes on out for his qualifying effort, Curtis Dench?
I'm going to say Curtis Deitch.
Curtis Deitch.
Yeah.
In this white number 25, green flag.
Now that is a roaring engine right there. Thunderbolt and lightning. Very, very frightening me, Ellen. Who would have thought on a clear day like this? Ooh, number 16, giving me more. Roger Brown in the 16, of course, as the number 25, Curtis Deitch.
Oh, just misses the pole by a few tenths right there, a 15-13 for that number 25 car. But keep an eye on this 16. Roger Brown is quick. He knows how to get around here, Bob.
He's a calculated guy. Check it out. He's nice and wide on the straightaway. Is he going to keep it nice and tight on 3 and 4?
Hits that apex pretty decently. Powers up, center off. Good power down.
Nice.
Ooh, second quick. A 1483. Couple hundredths off right there. Oh, and this one looks a little bit slower. He was a little slower in 3 and 4, but let's see what he does here. Top of the charts, a 1476. Roger Brown knocks Kevin James off the provisional pole out here for the street stocks.
Just a hundredth of a second between Kevin James and Roger Brown.
My good, no, that is a couple thousandths, Bob. 6 1,000ths of a second, to be honest.
Now, if you're curious, how do these guys know what they're talking about? Do they have their stopwatch? No, we have the Race Monitor app, which you can, of course, download from the Apple iStore or the Google Play Store. And for literally a few dollars, you can subscribe for the whole year to not just this race, but dozens of races happening simultaneously across the country, professional and amateur.
Absolutely, Bob. We love the Race Monitor app. It's a great program that lets us keep up with live timing and scoring.
And even more so, if you're like, I don't have that much space in my phone, it's only 3 megabytes.
Bob, you're very conservative with your phone space right there. Bob would know.
I got to have all the space for my Beatles and all the outtakes, demos,
Yep.
You name it.
And you got Ryan Daniel in the 117 car out here. Very proud of that 117. And where did he go? He fourth fastest right there, but I believe that was the warm-up lap. Oh, he got a little loose right there down the back straightaway. Let's see what lap 1 does. Of the charts, a 14:68 Ryan Daniels.
He came to play.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, he was a couple hundredths right there faster than Roger and Kevin. Decent little pickup. Slower on lap number 2, but Ryan Daniel, he found something in practice open today. We had an open practice out here, morning practice run from 8 in the morning until about 11, and then another open practice from 1 till 3. He said he found something. I didn't believe him, but Bob, he found something.
Easy come, easy go.
Absolutely. He came to play. We're waiting on confirmation to see if that's going to do it for the street stocks. I believe there might be one more car. There's a lot more cars to go, actually. Yeah, so, and what's going to happen tonight is we also have the American race trucks out here, but because the American race truck field, Bob, isn't as thick as we would have liked it, so our track promoter, Robert, decided, you know what? The race trucks and the street stocks, they're very close on time. They're going to be racing together. It's
gonna be a mismatch of vehicles and makes and models.
Oh yes, it's gonna look like an IMSA race out there. It's gonna be great.
Are you sure we're not setting up for our demo derby early this year?
No, we're not. So if you watch IMSA races, you'll see one class that is significantly faster than another class. We're not gonna have that happen out here at Orange Show Speedway tonight. You're gonna see these cars fairly close. And honestly, these truck drivers, they've got their hands full. There's not as much downforce on the back, not as much grip on the back as these cars. So it's going to be an interesting show out here tonight. As you can see, the number 13, Katie Secord out here. And Katie going 7th fastest right now with a 15:49.
A little too tight into turn number 2. All right.
We'll see. Yeah, she drifted up right there in 3 and 4, coming back to the line. Let's see what she does. Holding strong at 7th fastest right there. Loses a little bit of time, but very consistent time. They're very close right there on lap time. So she definitely put the fast lap down first. And you could see another Secord coming on out. The number 18 car, Darren Secord. Her big brother right there coming out for a qualifying effort. Darren won a race last year, I believe, in this car, Bob. As we see the number 18 getting the green flag right here.
Now, he knows the track well, but, I mean, he's still testing out turn 4.
The warm-up lap almost beat his sister's fastest lap for Darren. Darren's warm-up lap was good for 8th fastest. It doesn't officially count, but it kind of does.
You know, it's there for bragging points.
4th fastest for Secord with a 14:93 right there for this number 18. We'll see what he can do here.
Number 8, Tyler Gallup, almost fishtailing on the straightaway.
Ooh, Darren going up to 2nd fastest with a 14:74 right there in that number 18.
All right.
As you can see, Gallup 9th fastest on the warm-up lap right there. We'll see what Tyler does right here. Little conservative, getting into 3. Let's see if he can get that power down, get her back to the line. Oh, we got a little loose right there off of 4. 5th fastest with a 14:81 right there. You can see his hands working coming off of 4. Where the sun is, you fans in the north grandstands can see into the driver's seat. Watch him work right here coming off of 4. Oh, he works it just a little bit.
Nice.
He's going to go ahead and hold 5th fastest time was the 2nd lap with a 14:77. Very nice. And we still do have those trucks, those American race trucks coming on out.
Now, for any of our fans in the grandstands out there, how many of you, show of hands, how many of you went to the fair just north of here? No? You guys didn't try out the deep fried foods? Tried the zipper?
Hey, man, these are hardcore race fans. They came out to see who's fast in qualifying, okay? They bypassed the fair and came straight to the racetrack. There's nothing wrong with that, Bob.
Well, I don't know. We got a handsome couple over here right behind our flag stand. Madam, did your gentleman partner here take you to the grandstand, to the grand fair, buy you a Twinkie? No? Oh, my goodness. Get her a Twinkie, my man, or deep fried Oreo. Hold her hand on the Ferris wheel.
You always go for the sugary desserts.
After. Okay, that's good. Business first, pleasure after. I like your thinking, my man.
You always go for the sugary desserts, Bob. I mean, get some sustenance in you, man.
That is my sustenance, Alan. Sugar and insulin.
There you go. Jared King in the number 21 street stock out here taking time. Coolest graphic out here. One of the coolest graphics out here.
Yeah.
A red motif on the nose right there. Very cool graphics on the side of this thing in this number 21. Let's see what he does out here. 6th fastest with a 14.86 right there on lap number 1 for King in that 21 car. Let's see what he does on lap number 2.
Ooh, keeping it nice and tight, keeping control.
A little loosey-goosey right there.
A little, yeah. And I love their decals. Stop child abuse. Something we can all get behind, of course, number 21.
Oh, absolutely.
Jared King.
King, 2nd fastest, jumps up to 2nd fastest with a 14.74. Closest anybody's gotten to Daniel for this pole out here. So we're going to go ahead and see if anybody else has anything for him. As you can see, our track promoter down there in turn number 1 on the access road. Interesting camera angle from our intern on the live stream.
Here he comes, I think. You see him there he goes. You see him on the live stream there.
Yes, as you can see, the number 26 car defending race winner out here. Won the season opener just a few weeks ago.
Man, it seems like a month and a half since we've been here, Alan.
Hey, look at you go, Bob.
I can count.
Exactly. Warm-up lap complete for this number 26 car. Good for 11th of the 13 cars for just that warm-up lap, but let's see what Jim does out here. Did a pretty sick little burnout and donut celebration when he won out here last time. Top of the charts, a
nice.
14.54. Jim Vermillion in the number 26, fastest out here at Orange Show Speedway. Let's see if lap 2 is even faster. It is 14.42, 2/10 faster than Ryan Daniel and the rest of the field. Unbelievable. You think this guy's found something?
I think he's got
You think he's hit on a setup?
I keep it a secret, Jim. Keep it a secret. Don't let anybody else know. Exploit it.
Yeah, going through tech, I saw him take the hood on and off for our tech purposes quicker than I think I've ever seen anybody do it. Now I think we know why, Bob. He's hiding whatever he's got underneath that hood. It is A, legal, and B, he doesn't want the other competitors to know. I don't blame him. Hold on to that setup. Don't let anybody take a look at it.
I think he's got a lucky rabbit's foot in there.
Hey, Earnhardt had a lucky penny on the dashboard for the 500.
You're right.
The rabbit's foot could work. You never know.
Yeah, Alan, we did get a confirmation from John out in the Philippines. They're 15 hours ahead from us, man.
Yes, but it is Saturday afternoon out here in Southern California, so that means it is just Sunday over there. Not so much on the Monday, I do not believe. Unless he's gone through a time warp and he's 36 hours ahead.
I believe so. A little Rick and Morty action out there.
Oh, geez, Rick.
That was my burp.
There you go. As we're getting ready for the American race trucks to come on out and qualify with the street stocks.
What'd you think about that one, McCool?
As we will take a look at the American race truck standings from last season. Tom Mikla in the number 21, Curtis Burns, having a dogfight all season long, 3 wins and 4 wins respectively between those two drivers. This guy had 3 wins last year, the number 38 of Curtis Burns. And he's got a new look on the truck this year, Bob. He's got this kind of black and red motif.
Black and maroon?
Yeah, that's a better description of that one. He's got the black primary, he's got the red stripes on the side, and the knockers are red, and he's got the spoiler as that maroon color as well. well. New look, some new sponsors as well. Luke Transmissions,
I love red
M&W.
knockers, Alan.
Oh, I bet you do, Bob. And he is pretty sporty right there. Curtis Burns, second fastest with a 14.65. Let's see what lap 2 looks like for this 53 truck. No, a little slower right there, so he's going to be second fastest for Curtis Burns as the number 28, Jeff Williams, comes on out. A little backfire right there from the headers. No big deal. No big deal right there. But you got to love this number 28, Bob. Ooh. This red car with these yellow flames on there. Very good-looking hot rod right here.
Classic.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. He jumps up on the speed charts. Second fastest with a 14.58 for Williams in this number 28 Ford. Let's see what this lap looks like. He does pick it up, but still good for second fastest for Jeff Williams in that red number 28 truck. As you can see, the number 7 coming on out for a warm-up lap. We're waiting on confirmation who's in this number 7 truck. We believe it is Neil, our old flagman, who flagged part of the 2020 or part of the 2021 and some of the 2022 season before, like another one of our officials earlier, Bob, decided, you know, I love working the racetrack, but I want to be in the car.
Yeah.
So he went out and bought himself a truck and looking pretty sporty in this number 7. And that is good for 12 fastest with a 15.28.
You're almost there. Come on up. Welcome to the Orange Show Speedway.
And we got confirmation George Parrott in the number 7 truck. George is back. George ran a handful of races last season in that number 7. Glad to see him back out here at Orange Show Speedway in 2023. And that will conclude qualifying for the street stocks and for the American race trucks out here. We might actually have one more truck. Right now, Jim Vermillion, defending race winner, on the front row with Jeff Williams in the number 28 truck. Curtis Burns, third right now. Ryan Daniel in the 117, fourth, and Jared King rounding out your top 5. You can see a lot more people in the chat. We have Jessica, go the number 9, go Chris in the number 42, go Jason in the 19. Brandon Perry in the chat. Let's go Bobby in the number 17. Good luck from Bowman Gray's opening night. I love it.
Rock and roll, man.
Hey, Bowman Gray, we're basically the Bowman Gray of Southern California. But that is a very historic stadium out there. I mean, you had NASCAR legends race out at Bowman Gray back in the day, and you did see some... I'm tempted to call them NASCAR legends, but you had Daytona 500 champs out here cutting their teeth at Orange Show Speedway. Yeah. The Busch brothers, Kurt and Kyle Busch. You had Kevin Harvick racing out here. He's won a Daytona 500. Ron Hornaday Jr. You've even had recent champs like Noah Gragson racing out here. Haley Deegan. You've had the younger generation out here as well. So we do get some NASCAR talent come through Southern California out here in Orange Show Speedway. So sometimes we get some good drivers coming through here.
And don't look now, we got number 11, Neil's in that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Neil Boyle in the sky blue and white 11.
Now, I've said this to him, to his face. Those are very small numbers on the side of the side of that car.
You can confuse them for pinstripes.
You could a little bit. He kind of went with that NASCAR Cup Series next-gen number placement, putting it, right there towards the front and not dead door center, which is fine. I kind of prefer the dead center number of the door right there, but Boyle Racing on the side of that car, love it. Good for 10th fastest for Boyle in the 11 truck, 15:10 right there on his fast lap. So Neil going to be trying to basically get up there and finish in the top 5. He's had a couple of third place finishes, still looking for that elusive first victory in this truck. Waiting to see if we have some more cars that need to qualify for the street stocks and American race trucks. They're going to be racing in one series out here tonight. That's going to do it for qualifying for the Street Stock and American Race Truck. Jim Vermillion in the number 26, going to look to make it back-to-back victories to open up the 2023 season as he will be on the pole. Jeff Williams in the number 28 truck, second. Curtis Burns in the number 53 truck, third. Ryan Daniels, fourth. Jared King going to be starting fifth. Darren Secord, sixth. Roger Brown in the number 16, seventh. Kevin James going to be starting 8th, Tyler Gallup 9th, and Neil Boyle rounding out the top 10. One of the healthiest fields out here at Orange Show Speedway. 17 vehicles going to be starting in the Street Stock / American Race Truck race later tonight out here.
Now, Alan, I know you dislike when I say things like this, but you know what? Qualifying went really well. I want this vibe to stay this all night.
Orange Show Speedway.
Without a hitch, guys.
Orange Show. Let it be known, the night was great. Bob went ahead and jinxed us.
Good night, everybody.
That's it. That's the race. That's the night. It's all Bob's fault. We blame it on Bob.
Hey, but you know what?
People are throwing their heads down. They're awing. They're giving him looks like, how dare you, sir? How dare you do this to us?
How dare I, my lord? How dare I? Well, you know what? I just want to thank everybody on the live stream, everybody that's still on their way, and everybody already in the stands right now. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Orange Show Speedway. Coming up later, of course, I'm very excited to award two tickets to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in the city of Irwindale in town till May 21st. So stick around. You're going to want to get your tickets for the 50-50 raffle. In addition to our Ren Fair tickets, we've got Cold Hard cash prizes, souvenirs from our sponsors as well.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready to continue qualifying out here. Waiting to see for the next round coming on out to the racetrack. Stock's going to be coming on out for a qualifying effort. Let's take a look at their point standings going into the opening the season. John Sharika, he went kind of back-to-back out here. He picked up the victory in the pony stocks in the number 2. And he is your points leader, but Ralph Hodges in the number 98 is also tied for the points, but John gets it because he won the race. David Husterberg in the 06, third in the point standings. Matt Gilbert in the 05 is fourth, and Cody Carruthers in the number 99 is fifth. But you take a look on the racetrack right now, it is the number 5 that is actually on the track right now. Bob?
Yeah, that is Matt Gilbert, of course. Let's see how he qualifies with this one. All right, shaving it down. He started off with a time of 5.82. Maintaining control out of turn 4. All right, he held on to that one. And shaved off a few more hundreds with a 15.79. That was number 5, Matt Gilbert. And currently on the scene, number 43, Robert Parente. Getting the green flag there. Ooh, Alan, he got a little loose out of turn number 1. Let's see if he maintains control on the straightaway.
That front end is up high. This thing is set up for maybe a dirt race, Bob. Interesting on that front end.
See how it lifts?
Very high. Very high. That thing's going to try to take off here in a second and get speed. The airport's a few blocks away, man. I mean, maybe he's at the wrong facility.
Do you have clearance? What's your vector, Victor?
As you can see, Eric King in the 16 coming on out for his warm-up lap. Checkered flag for this number 43. Going to hold strong at second fastest with a 17.09, a little over a second off the pace right now of that front row. King, though, in this number 16. And again, this is a cool design, Bob.
I like it, yeah.
White in the front, blue in the back, red pinstripe kind of separating that.
Yeah, nice diagonal.
And blue on the roof to make that number pop. Pretty decent little car right there. Second fastest with a 15.91, a little over a tenth off the fast lap out there as the 15 comes out for a warm-up lap. Checkered flag for this 16. Up, but still second fastest, a 15.87 right there for the 16. Oh my goodness, something's amiss on that 15. I actually heard his tire rub the fender right there when he put it under load right there coming off of 4. So
Yeah, he felt it.
yeah, I heard it up here in the booth. He definitely felt it in that car. My goodness. He's going to go back and see if he can make some changes and reattempt this qualifying effort. Don't look now, Bob.
Oh, yeah, number 6, David Hoisterberg.
I'm telling you, Bob, this car, this driver is intimidating out here. I don't think he designed this car to be an homage to the Intimidator, but it is just as intimidating as that black number 3 to me out here and to most of the competitors out here at Orange Show Speedway.
And, of course, a great big thank you to our good friends Bergesons for sponsoring
Yeah,
David
Toyota.
Hoisterberg, and, of course, sponsoring us here at the Orange Show Speedway. And you can't miss it, Alan, of course, Toyota of
Top of the
Redlands.
charts, David goes fastest out here in qualifying, a 15:53 in that number 06.
Right.
Let's see what lap 2 does. Faster right there, a 15:53 right there on lap number 2 for David in that number 06 as the number 21 comes out. Waldo Baker. A little bit of petty blue with that yellow right there for Waldo.
Classic.
I mean, petty blue at the racetrack, you can't exactly beat. Oh! He got really loose under throttle right there off of 4. Hold on to it, bud.
And you know what? It's like the saying goes, if you're going to be petty, be Richard Petty.
There you go. Let's see what this 21 does off of 4 here. Taking a little bit of a higher line. Holds on to it right there, a little bit more conservative.
All right.
A 16:43 for the number 21 right there. Green flag for this black number 25, Patrick Gilbert. Good for 5th fastest on the warm-up lap for Patrick in that number 25 car. Lap 1 complete for this number 25. Let's see what it does on the speed charts. It's a 15:82 right there. Good for 3rd fastest. Couple tenths off, almost 3 tenths off actually for Patrick in that number 25. Let's see what lap 2 does in this Ford. A little tight right there off of 4. He does pick up 2nd fastest, a 15:74.
Nice.
2 tenths off of David's time, fast time out there. And don't look now. Here is your points leader and defending race winner. He won the season opener just a few weeks ago. The number 2, John Sharika. Racing in 3 different series out here tonight for John Bob. I don't know how he's going to do it.
Yeah, you know what? He during the driver meeting, he was so eager. He was very excited about it. We're excited for him, so good luck, John.
He's just going to jump from one car to the next, try to get all 3 races under his belt. Checkered flag for John. 4th fastest with a 15:82 right there. You could see the number 33. Stop child abuse on the side of that number 33. Team we can all, a sponsor we can all get behind, Bob.
Mm-hmm. That is Scott McIntyre in the 33, folks.
And you could see in the chat, Stephanie Garrett, go David in the 06, good luck tonight.
Yeah.
Brandon Perry in the chat. You can also forget Tyler Gallup in the number 8, good luck, bud. Absolutely.
All the vibes are great here for our drivers, man.
I love it. I love it when fans come out and they support their favorite drivers or their buddies or this Ralph, get off the track, bud. Oh, boy. He went to go and it didn't go. That was nerve-wracking.
He's like, come on, I believe in you. And he believed.
Ralph only 15 years old. Just turned 15, actually, in
No
that
way.
number 93. Oh, yeah. And you could see, Bob, he's got a white hood and and front fender. You might think to yourself, well, why is that? He took a hit, a very hard hit during our season finale in 2022. Tried to knock down the turn 1 wall. Banged his knee up a little bit, but he walked away unscathed. But my goodness, they destroyed this car, rebuilt it during the offseason, and he is currently tied for the points lead going into tonight's race. But it is double points tonight, so he could pick up some ground, Bob. He could make a real difference out here. A 17:54, 2 seconds off the pace right there for that number 93 of Ralph Hodges. So Ralph's got some work to do. We'll see what lap number 2 does. 8th fastest with a 17:01, about a second and a half off the front row right there for Ralph. So Ralph's got a little bit of work to do, Bob, tonight before the main event. He's going to try to pick up some pace here. as we see the number 99. I believe that is Cody Carruthers in that white number 99 coming on out for his qualifying effort. Lap number 1. We're going to double check, but I believe there might be a scoring issue on that number 99. There is. Again, every single one of these cars has a transponder, which is basically a little beeper looking thing.
About the size of a pager.
Yes, that is in all of the race cars. It needs to be mounted in a certain location. The drivers pick up these transponders when they get here each weekend, and a lot of them simply put it in their pocket when they get it from our tech shack and forget about it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it won't read while in their pocket. It needs to be in a very specific location in the car. So you could see our officials checking the car right now to see if that transponder is where it should be. In a lot of cases, it's, hey, pull that thing out of your pocket. Put it in this little pouch that's mounted in the car in a certain location per our rules out here at Orange Show Speedway, and then they're good to go.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not so simple.
It's not an it's double zeros, Alan.
Oh.
That's Amaris Santana.
Very cool.
Oh! Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Okay, we're even. We're even now, Bob.
Yes.
Qualifying out here for tonight's main events. Racing going to be kicking off in about an hour and change with our trophy dashes, bandoleros, a bunch of other racing coming at you out here at Orange Show Speedway tonight. White flag for this red 00. Good for 10th fastest with a 17.10 right there on lap number 1. Well, one and done, essentially. Now this, Bob, this is a really good guy. The number 18, Bob.
Now red and green, a white and green with a red number on top.
And I don't see it coming up on timing and scoring, so I'm wondering. It is Victor in this number 18, but I'm wondering if he's got his transponder with him. He does have his transponder with him. He does. It is a 21:69, 6 seconds on the on the warm-up lap.
Now listen, Alan, that's a very quiet engine.
Yeah, exactly.
Mamma mia.
Victor's been racing out here at Orange Show Speedway since the early 90s. He raced against Ron Hornaday Jr., NASCAR truck champ out here in multiple series, raced up against a bunch of all-stars out here at Orange Show Speedway in years past. So Victor's been racing out here for quite a number of years, and he doesn't always have the fastest car, but he shows up, stays out of everybody's way, and always has a smile on his face, Bob.
Just carries on as if nothing really matters.
Exactly. Here comes that 99 back on out. We're going to see if this number 99 has his transponder issues corrected. It did look like it hit right there. Cody Carruthers in the number 99. Green flag for this 99. 7th fastest on the warm-up lap, Bob.
All right, yeah, no, he kept control. Check it out. Check out this control.
Speed. So hang on, let's watch him through 3 and 4 here. Tags that he tags that apron and it sent him up the track. You gotta you want to just barely tag that apron just a tiny bit. Yeah. Oh, a little loose in right there. Oh, and tight off. That's not a good feeling. He tried to drive it right there off of 2. Didn't really work out. Right. Let's see what he does here. A little bit more conservative through 3 and 4. 7th fastest, a 15.95. 4/10 off the fastest time. I'll say this, Bobby. He overdrove it into 1.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll attest. Alignment is key. Wheel alignment is key, and when you clip that corner right off the incline, that's going to throw you right off. You're going to have to compensate for that change in physics.
As soon as you hit that lack of banking right there on that apron literally shoots the car up the track. You have to get out of the throttle. You have to put some wheel in it in order to get back on your racing line. And in most cases, Bob, it's going to lose you a few tenths per lap, especially out here at Orange Show where everything is just so close as far as timing is concerned. So, unfortunately, he's going to have to settle for 7th fastest. Cody Carruthers got a good race car under, I'm willing to bet. You just got to, like I always have to say, Bob, you got to calm yourself down and drive with your helmet on and not on the helmet.
I like that analogy.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming on out to Orange Show Speedway, our second race of the 2023 season. And Bob, don't forget we have a ton more racing coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
Next event coming out on May 6th for Hotpit Auto Fest Round 2. Then, the very next week, part of NASCAR's Throwback Weekend in Darlington, we're going back to the 80s, Bob, on May 13th. Pro Late Model, Street Stocks, Pony Stock, Sport Compact, Pro 4, American Race Trucks, and a national championship night for the Bandos and the Legends, plus the return of the Junior Fan Club in 2023. And yes, we're going to have an 80s car show, trivia, prizes, music all night long. It's going to be a wonderful night. Then we go on a bit of a summer break. May 13th, after that, our next race isn't until July 8th. Hotpit Auto Fest returns for round number 3, and then again on August 19th, and then August 26th, we're back out here at Orange Show Speedway for our next short track race. Then on September 9th, it's San Bernardino night. September 23rd, Hotpit Auto Fest round number 5. October 14th, it's the Grey Cozy Street Stock 100 and the Trunk or Treat night on track with the costume contest and all the candy that your heart desires. And finally, we wrap up our 2023 season on November 11th with the Jerry Burhop Pro Late Model 100 and Double Points night out here at Orange Show Speedway to wrap up the 2023 season. You can log on to orangeshowspeedway.org for your tickets and all the information on our 2023 season.
Now, Alan, if I may harken back to our October show, the Trunk or Treat, of course, a couple years ago, Robert Schneider, our track promoter, he did the Willy Wonka outfit. Last year, he did the Dumb and Dumber.
Very appropriate.
Very appropriate. Which one was dumb? Which one was dumber? That's up to the fans to figure out on our poll that we have not set up. But, Alan, should we set up a poll online? What will Rob Schneider be for Halloween? We'll ask him what he's been thinking, what he has in store for Halloween. And you know what? Should we have our fans pick his costume?
So one theory that someone put out there in our garage area, and I don't know how I feel about this, he should dress up as Gru from Despicable Me, and all of our track workers, including you and me, Bob, would be minions.
in blue overalls and a yellow shirt.
Oh, I would go around all night, babu, beebo, babu, and speaking the nonsense language all night.
You know, all I gotta do is speak nonsense. Is ¿Cómo se llama? Bienvenidos a la autopista de Orange Show Speedway.
See, but that's not nonsense. That's another language.
Well, let's just say you put on the captions and you change the audio to Spanish.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. It's fun and educational.
See, officials here in the booth all looking at me going, no, we are not dressing up as minions.
I'll dress up as the fluffy unicorn.
Perfect.
It's so fluffy.
Bob can definitely pull off the fluffy unicorn. We'll have the intern walk around all night with you. He's so fluffy. It'll be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, Bob, we do have a break in the action, so let's throw it back on the YouTube live stream to 1965. This footage coming from USAC. Midgets raced out here. This is the oldest known footage. You can check it out on our YouTube and social media accounts at Orange Show Speedway or orangeshowspeedway.org. But it introduces all of the drivers and it shows you the action. And the thing that really gets me is not only the grass in the infield, but how little of the racetrack has actually changed since 1965. It's not the original surface from 65. It was repaved, I believe, in the early 90s, repaved out here at Orange Show Speedway. But everything out here is almost identical, Bob.
Well,
the
layout, that's
opening.
That's the OSS?
That's the OSS.
Wow.
That's Orange Show Speedway back in 1965.
And the midget cars, I dig it.
The thing that gets me, Bob, is they're open wheel cars. There's no cage around them. They have open face helmets.
Yeah.
And there's barely any guard in front of them. It's absolutely unbelievable to see these guys wheeling it around here. And the officials who are just standing trackside in the middle of the race.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it's absolutely bonkers.
Half of them were smoking indoors as it was, so
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
a little track action anyways?
I can guarantee you somebody had a stogie in their mouth while racing back in 1965, probably.
Anything to calm the nerves, Alan.
Exactly. As we return to the racing out here live in Orange Show Speedway in 2023, we can see Stan Chadwood in the number 64 taking a qualifying lap, a 14:71 right there on that lap.
Like a white knight from Camelot.
Exactly. That 64, Bob, that's giving me old NASCAR Thunder vibes right there. That was one of the 5 numbers you could pick in the old NASCAR Thunder games from EA Sports. So I see that 64. I think back to NASCAR Thunder 03, 04, back in those days. But Stan on top of the charts. Matt Goodwin in this number 8 car going out for his qualifying lap. Matt knows how to get around here in these Pro Late models.
Nice.
Been racing out here. He's, I believe, the 3rd generation out here.
Of course, he shot up to number 1. Matt Goodwin with a qualifying time of 13.92 so far.
3rd generation racer out here at Orange Show Speedway. Finished 4th back on March 4th. 4th in the points right now out of Wildomore, California.
All right.
Still top of the charts, a 13:83. First car to break that 14-second barrier out here at Orange Show Speedway.
And number 20 out there, and of course the hardware store Orange, Jeff Seipert.
Jeff out of San Diego, California, finished 6th on March 4th. 6th in the points right now.
Oh.
He is good for second fastest, a 14:25 out there. This is the closest thing to a NASCAR Cup car that you will see race out here at Orange Show Speedway tonight. Checkered flag for Jeff. 14:11 right there, a couple tenths off of Goodwin's time right there. As the number 31, but the 1 is marked out. Is he racing? He's racing the 3 out here tonight.
Yeah, he is.
That's Brian Pannone. Look at Brian. Ryan's, I'm guessing, father or brother? Gonna be out here. We're not sure, but that's an interesting looking car. I looked at it and went, wait a minute, where's the 1? That's a new entry out here for Brian.
And they are, of course, sponsored by M&W Wreckers, our premier towing services here at the Orange Show Speedway, M&W Wreckers.
And you can see Ryan Pannone coming on out. Ryan finished 3rd in our 2023 opener back on March 4th. He comes into this race he finished 2nd in the points last season. So he's got some speed in that number 31. As the 3, Brian Pannone, a 13:95, about a tenth off of the pole right there. But let's see what Pannone in the 31 does. Ryan Pannone, that is. Jumps up to second fastest with a 13:93. Fast time out there for this number 31. They know how to get around here, Bob.
Now, do you think the Pannones have 2 cars with 31 on the side, and Ryan's like, hey, I want to race, Brian?
Oh,
Well,
top of the charts, a 13:82.
Yes.
Ryan Pannone grabs that pole from Matt Goodwin, the provisional pole.
You don't miss a beat, Alan, with this race monitor app.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and assume that they had the font in the printer of the 31 and decided, you know what, we're going to run that 3. A little bit of RCR love out there. I absolutely love it. And a little bit of love right there. Tim from Nevada, I believe. Multi-time OSS champ right there, checking in on the chat. Welcome, Tim. Appreciate you coming on out, watching the stream. And if you're out here at the racetrack, we are streaming live on YouTube our qualifying efforts out here from Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino, California, as the number 52 Camry going to be coming on out for a qualifying effort. Very easy to read the number on the side of this car, Bob. That is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, number 52, Braden Allen.
From Santa Rosa, California, finished 10th in the season opener, did not race out here in 2022. Warm-up lap was pretty good out there, but a little sluggish. We'll see what he does right here. To the line, lap number 1. 4th fastest with a 13:97 for the number 52. As the 51, Jim Martis from Yucaipa, California, coming on out for a warm-up lap. But first, the 52. Holding strong at 4th fastest. A little slow on lap number 2, but going to hold 4th at 4th fastest. Oh, Jim's warm-up lap was 6th fastest, Bob. Watch out. Here comes a pole contender right here in this number 51. He is your 2022 track champ. 3 wins in 7 starts last year. Third fastest with a 1384 on lap number 1 for Jim Martis in this number 51 car. Let's see what he does on lap number 2 out here in this Camry. He gets loose off of 4. Hold on to it, Jim. Top of the charts, a 1376 right there. Your defending champ goes fast time out here at Orange Show Speedway.
Talk about setting yourself up for victory, Alan.
Parker Malone from Redlands, California in the number 36 car.
Yeah, right down the highway.
Absolutely. Local boy out here. Getting this thing back up to speed.
Now I know some of our fans, they're climbing the stands, but they're making sure they don't miss the action on the track. Mind your step, guys. We have a full night of racing for you.
Absolutely. Parker did pick up the victory when we last raced. Top of the charts, a 1375. Parker Malone.
He came to play.
Absolutely. He won the race just a few weeks ago, the season opener.
Wow, talk about control out of turn 4.
Picks it up again, faster time, a 1367. Picks up a couple tenths right there. Wow.
Like he downshifted, but did he even slow down?
No, didn't look like it. He was slipping and sliding through 3 and 4. Somehow found a gear, kept going.
Well, let's see if number 17, Robert Desirov, follows suit.
Finished 7th on March 4th. Only 2 starts in 2022 out here in that number 17. And Bob, I will say this of every red and black car, that's a good-looking car.
That's a good-looking car, Alan.
White flag for the 17. A 1471 right there. 9th out of the 9 cars that have taken laps. A little over a second off the pace right there for that 17. Checkered flag for the 17 and green flag for the number 22.
Yeah, some more of that Richard Petty blue out there.
Barry Carr in the number 22. Good for 8th fastest right there. Out of Cal Mesa, California. Finished 5th in the season opener. 5th in points last season.
Now, do you think that Barry Carr ever thought he'd be racing cars for living or for fun?
Absolutely. A 1395 on lap number 1. Good for 5th fastest for Barry Carr in this number 22 Camry. Let's see what he does on lap number 2. 3rd fastest with a 1378 right there. Nice little pickup. About a 10th of a second off of the front row in Parker Malone's time. Parker and Jim are going to duke it out tonight, Bob. I can just feel it.
Yeah.
But the question is if our 2 leaders get into it, who capitalizes? Because you know things are going to get physical out here. And as we have a minute here, the question is always going to come up. NASCAR outlawed the move that we will call the Hail Melon. It is the 2 more cars, actually, that we're going to see out here. So NASCAR outlawed this Hail Melon move, Bob, that we saw in the NASCAR Cup Series at Martinsville, Virginia last October. Ross Chastain in this 1 car. Take a look at what he did. Just go ahead, grabs a gear, never lifts. He said that was extremely violent, but he picked up 5 spots in 1 corner, knocked 2 seconds off of the lap time. You can see owner right there, Justin Marks, and the crew. Oh my gosh, he did it. He did it. It was unbelievable. Wow move.
Like everything could have gone so wrong. I mean, he definitely...
Oh, it should have gone wrong. Look at this.
He's just like full throttle, and let's just use the wall to guide us into place.
We're watching it on the live stream on YouTube, and it is absolutely bonkers. The question is, with the opening in the track, does anybody try that move out here at Orange Show Speedway?
Nah.
My favorite move is the Joey Logano cam when he's just minding his own business, and here comes Ross Chastaining it on the high side. Absolutely gutsy move as the live stream returns to the live shot. The number 22S, John Chirica in this pro late model, the third series he's racing in out here tonight. 9th fastest with a 14.49 right there. I believe that was the warm-up lap, Bob. It was.
Wow.
So let's see what lap number 1 does. 9th fastest. He wasn't holding back on that warm-up lap, Bob. Let's see what lap number 2 does. Got the safety lap in. Let's see what he does when he sends it. He tagged the apron a little bit, had to get out of it. He does jump up a little bit. 6th fastest with a 1394. So decent little pickup right there.
He's got the spirit.
believe we have 2 more cars that are going to be coming out for qualifying efforts. Let's take a look at the Pro Late Model point standings coming into this race. Parker Malone leading right now, picking up the victory. Jim Martis 3 points out in second. Ryan Pannone in the number 31, 9 points out, 10 points out. You'll find Matt Goodwin in fourth, and Barry Carr rounds out your top 5. It is a long season, but it is double points out here tonight. One of 2 double points night in 2023. As the black number 22 comes on out for a qualifying effort. Ooh. That Ford Fusion got a little bit loose right there off of turn 4. Hold on to her. Hold on to her.
Okay.
Ooh, still loose. You can see his hands working in there, and they are working.
Mm-hmm.
Through 3 and 4, off of turn 4. Good for ninth fastest, a 14:11, 4/10 off of the fast time out there. 12 cars have taken time in the Pro Late models out here at Orange Show Speedway. I believe we have 1 more car that's going to be taking time. I just saw 1 car head into the chute outside of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4.
And hey, everybody, how are the grasshoppers biting out there, man? You guys getting that buzz by your ear? The grasshoppers, the locusts, they've been out in droves this season. I blame the rain. The mountains, the hills, our gardens are so lush right now. The grasshoppers have grass on which to hop.
Absolutely unbelievable, Bob. Watch out now. Here comes Cody Kimley from Riverside, California. Finished 9th out here in the season opener. 4 starts in 2022, including the final race of 2022. And Bob, he had... This kid is a high school pitcher, baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
He had practice this morning. He showed up in cleats in his uniform. He had to change out in the trailer before he hopped into his race suit and got into this race car. We're going to see what he does here on the first lap.
So he...
second fastest, Bob. A 13:76 right there for Kimley. So from a baseball pitcher's mound to the race car this afternoon.
And afterward, he's going to be gearing up for javelin.
Maybe. Gonna hold strong second fastest with a 13:75, 8/100ths off of the pole and Parker Malone's time.
Nice.
I believe we have maybe 1 more car that might have done it. We're waiting and seeing, making sure that there's no vehicles that still need to qualify out here at Orange Show Speedway for the second race of the 2023 season. Make sure that you log on to orangeshowspeedway.org to keep up on all the latest racing going-ons out here at the Speedway in San Bernardino, California. 76 years strong out here at the Orange Show, Bob.
And, of course, a great big thank you to everybody on our live stream and everybody who is arriving, who has already been here, keeping the seats warm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And, of course, I'm going to be talking about it all night. It is one of the exciting things that I do every spring, Alan. We have tickets. We have 2 tickets, courtesy of the Orange Show Speedway, to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in the city of Irwindale, California. If you haven't gone to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair this season or at all, come on down. I work it, so you'll be able to see me act like a fool out there, perform my most eloquent of Shakespearean sonnets. Yes. So once again, during our 50-50 raffle, Alan, how much is the 50-50 raffle? It's as little as $5, correct, for what could possibly be an evening at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair. How much it cost?
Absolutely, Bob. $5 will get you 6 tickets, $10 will get you 12 tickets, and $20 will get you 25 tickets. And considering, Bob, that those tickets are worth over $40 each, $5 could get you into the Ren Fair potentially.
Absolutely.
If you win the raffle.
In addition to that, we do have our 50-50 cash earnings as well as some souvenirs from our sponsors, including Bergeson's. I know it's starting to get hot, but you know what? The weather's been wacky here in Southern California, so Bergeson's heating, air, electrical, they got your solution.
Absolutely, Bob. And you know what? I kicked on my AC for the first time a few days ago.
Yeah.
And it was not the coolest, let's just say. I moved, and in the new place, the AC hadn't been kicked on for a few months. And some dust came out and some not good smells, let's just say. The first thing I did, called my friends out at Bergeson's. They came on out. They made a few adjustments.
Cool.
And it honestly felt like it was a brand new AC unit. It was amazing. In less than an hour, they had everything working beautifully like it was a brand new unit, and all it took was a tune-up. It is the easiest way that you can save on your energy bill and make sure that you keep cool all winter. You don't want your AC unit going down when it's 100 plus degrees out. You need to find out now. You need to call our friends out at Bergeson's right now, so you can log on to bergesons.com, or you can head on to orangeshowspeedway.org and check out all the links. There are some great discounts out there right now for Orange Show Speedway fans. If you log on to orangeshowspeedway.org and check out Bergeson's Heating, AC, Electrical, Solar, and Plumbing. They take care of everything, Bob.
Yeah, they do.
All in one shot. You definitely need to schedule a tune-up for your AC unit going into the hot summer months. We're waiting to confirm that we are done with qualifying. We do have one more vehicle that is going to be taking time out here. The number 97 Pro 4. So that will do it for the Pro late model qualifying out here. Parker Malone on the pole with Cody Kimley going to be starting second. Jim Martis in the number 51 third. You have Barry Carr in the number 22 starting fourth. Ryan Pannone in the number 31 fifth. Matt Goodwin in the number 8 starting sixth. Seventh, John Sharika in his third race scheduled out here tonight. Just tonight at Orange Show Speedway in 3 different divisions. Brian Pannone in the number 3 is going to be starting 8th. 9th, we find Braden Allen in the number 52 as well. So, Bob, it is a full field of the pro late models out here. They're going to be taken to the track later tonight for 50 laps. Street Stock's going to be coming at you for 35 laps with the American race trucks on the track racing their race at the same time. The Pony Stocks for 35 laps. The Legends going to be racing for 35 laps. Pro 4s for 35 laps. Sport Compacts for 25 laps with that dog leg out there on the back straightaway, making things very interesting for them. And the Bandoleros, the kids, going to be racing in on the track first for 20 laps. Plus, we have trophy dashes coming at you in about 45 minutes with the Pro 4s, the Legends, and the Street Stocks all going to be racing for 4 laps, and points are on the line for those trophy dashes and for qualifying out here. So there's a lot of points on the line, Bob. You got to actually have a good qualifying effort to try to get ahead, and it is double points night for all of our series out here tonight. Plus, we have Hotpit Auto Fest that's going to be taken to the track for exhibition races. These guys are hyping up for their next race on May 6th out here at Orange Show Speedway. So they are treating this like a practice, and they're not holding back. We've already seen not only rubber fly, but parts and pieces fly off this car because these drivers are trying to get every single inch out here that they can at Orange Show Speedway. Tim in the chat, good luck to all. If you're watching the live chat on YouTube right now, let us know, where are you watching from tonight, and are you coming out here to Orange Show Speedway? Let us know in the chat as we take one more look at our drone shot. Bob, this is a great look at this quarter-mile track that's been out here in San Bernardino, California since 1947 is when this football stadium decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and pave a quarter-mile flat short track around the outside of this place.
Why not?
And put on some great racing. This place has stood the test of time. We've been out here. We're older than NASCAR itself, Bob. That's how old this racetrack is. As we go back to our live shot, you will see, nope. We're waiting to go back to our live shot. There it is, as you see the number 97 coming on out for a qualifying effort. This is a Pro 4 out here. $16.76 right there for this number 97 Pro 4. Let's see what this first lap is. That was the warm-up lap, a 15:23 on lap number 1. We'll see what lap 2 does. Checkered flag is out, a 14:72. Good pickup on lap number 2 for that number 97 Pro 4. And Bob, I believe that will do it for qualifying. We're waiting to confirm with officials. So we have concluded qualifying out here at Orange Show Speedway as some of our officials are going, thank you, we're done. But we will, Bob, see the Hotpit Auto Fest Drift Exhibition going to be starting here momentarily as a couple of our drifters are going to be coming out and taking an interesting layout. They have yet to publicly announce the layout of the drift course out here at Orange Show Speedway. They try to change it up every single race. They try to put a different layout, different configuration out here in order to make things interesting, not only for the fans, but for the drivers. And they're kind of experimenting with some things. So you're going to see some drivers take some interesting lines out here, whether they use the apron of the racetrack, whether they use the banking of the racetrack, or the infield.
Now, Alan, I am going to say this. Just looking at our wonderful American flag, it's waving kind of due northeast. So anybody in the south side, anybody on the west side of our north stands, they're going to be clear and free of all the rubber and smoke.
Yes, they will. You're going to see a lot of that smoke come into the north grandstand, so we're basically in the line of fire, Bob.
We are, yeah. We have a window that we're going to keep closed.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're going to be breathing in the noxious rubber.
Yes, and we are going to stream the drifting that we're going to be seeing out here momentarily as I look over and see our intern doing stuff. But we do have a couple minutes here, Bob, so let's go ahead and head back to 1965 to some of these midget cars. And I mean, just the push truck alone that we're watching on the YouTube stream right now is absolutely gorgeous.
I think that push truck is in our Legend Truck Series now.
Not so much. Not so much these days, but I mean, Mike Greeny out there in the number 4. I mean, just this is an absolute treat, Bob, to see these drivers back from 1965. And this is the oldest known video footage from Orange Show Speedway. If anybody out there has some footage that is newer or older than this, more than welcome to send it on in. We'd love to get it onto the stream for one of our qualifying broadcasts.
Doesn't matter if it's VHS or Super 8. If you have any classic footage from the OSS, let us know. We'll archive it. We'll throw it on our website. Alan will program it on there.
Oh,
those
yeah.
fancy tech stuff. Make it look really awesome.
Absolutely, Bob. And just, I'm loving these tires. You got those left fronts coming off the ground as they're just sending it into these corners. And just the amount of people who were on the racetrack in the infield, standing back in the day out here at Orange Show Speedway when there was grass in the infield. You even saw some flowers outside the racetrack, some old flower beds that were on the back, what is now the back straightaway. I mean, not much has changed out here at Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino, California, in the years prior. So it's very cool to have that out here is live on the racetrack. You can see our track promoter, Robert Schneider, heading on out there, moving a barber pole the old-fashioned way. Where's he going to put that, I wonder?
Right there.
It's interesting. He's going to send it right there. He's going to leave it right there on the front stretch.
It's just for now while he gets situated.
I guess so. And you can see the other barber pole that's back there. I'm wondering if he's going to move that somewhere, Bob. We'll go ahead and we will switch over to a live shot because this is quality broadcasting right here, Bob.
This is what the fans came to see, Alan.
A golf cart pushing a tire with a pole on it. We will see racing starting in about 40 minutes, give or take. Oh, no!
Oh!
He broke it!
Oh, well.
That was an antique.
You know, my great-grandfather designed that barber pole, and he painted it with mascara brushes. I'm just kidding, folks. It was actually a lipstick. For any of our fans just arriving, thank you for coming on down to the Orange Show Speedway. I know it's always that trek up the stands that it is absolutely worth it once you sit down and enjoy our lovely races here.
Oh, mamma mia. That is a hike for us to get up to our booth every single time, Bob, but we manage it every time. So you get up to the stands once, and you're good. And I'll say this publicly in the chat, Bob.
Yeah.
We're going to out ourselves here. You ready to out us?
It's that time, Alan.
So this is a game that we're going to play every qualifying broadcast moving forward. There is a particular song, a single song, that we have been saying the lyrics throughout the broadcast. Can you, in the chat, if you're watching on YouTube, correctly identify the song in the chat?
Yeah, and for now, you know, it's kind of just a trial run for kicks and giggles.
Yes.
But yeah, we just been we've been injecting some lines of this one of our favorite songs. If you can guess it on the live chat before we end our drift stream, why not? Some bragging rights.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we are getting the drifters ready locally. You can see our track promoter out there putting some cones out there onto the racetrack. I mean, he does everything, Bob. He was painting out here this week. They were filling in potholes this week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw him cleaning the bathroom at one point this weekend.
Yeah, talk about putting his heart and soul into the track. Robert Snyder, he goes leaps and bounds to bring you the world-class entertainment that you are here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In addition, of course, our fine crew of drivers, pit crew, officiators, and yourself, Alan.
Well, it takes a village, Bob. There's literally hundreds of people, dozens of people, I should say, out here at Orange Show Speedway putting on this show that work all week long, not including the drivers and the crew who work at home on their race cars, but just the work it takes to keep the doors open out here in Southern California at Orange Show Speedway. And it's no different than any other short track throughout the country. It's no surprise, prices for everything have gotten more expensive, Bob.
Hey, I mean, I took high school economics and I learned about it, so I'm set. Right?
Absolutely. So we're getting ready to get things ready for this Hotpit Auto Fest drift exhibition out here. So we should be having fun at some point. We're going to see these drift cars come on out. So
I'm having fun now, Alan. What are you talking about?
I know you are, Bob. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here. We're going to get back to some music, Bob, before we see the drifters come on out for the drift exhibition. I'm Alan Bailey.
I'm Bob Vincent.
Thank you so much for watching the live stream on YouTube.com. You can go ahead and watch the replay on YouTube.com/Orange Show Speedway. And, of course, OrangeShowSpeedway.org. It is time to head out to the track, my friend, as racing kicks off in about 30 minutes out here at Orange Show Speedway. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alan Bailey.
I'm Bob Vincent.
We will see you at